My friends called me a simp. I worked 3 jobs, all to put my girlfriend Scarlett Reed through law school. She'd say, Ash, when I pass the bar, I'll come back to you. Ash, when I get confirmed, I'll marry you. Ash, when I become a partner, we'll get married immediately. My friends told me that once they make it, they often ditch their loved ones. I didn't believe them, and I waited 7 years, until my mom was nearly assaulted and accidentally killed her attacker. Frantically, I tried to reach Scarlett, but I couldn't get through. Desperate, I had no choice but to go to Zenith City to find her attorney Reed. Which attorney Reed? Oh, you mean Scarlett, don't you? Attorney Reed is already a senior partner at our firm at such a young age. She just married our boss's son, and is on her honeymoon. The receptionist picked up a box of wedding favors from the desk. Here, the firm gave these out recently. Their wedding photos are gorgeous. I stared at the wedding favor box the receptionist handed me, at the names and the wedding photo. My mind exploded in a deafening buzz. Scarlett Reed married? My girlfriend of 7 years, 7 years of long distance, the woman I'd poured everything into to get her through school, was married? My face went ashen. My fingertips trembled. I didn't even notice the papers I was holding slip to the floor, my airway instantly constricting, leaving me gasping for breath. The receptionist looked at me, surprised. Sir, are you all right? My gaze remained fixed on Scarlett's picture. Snapping back to reality, I shook my head, my throat tight. I'm fine. My mom got into trouble. I came all the way from out of town to Zenith City to ask attorney Reed to represent her, but I didn't expect her to be so busy, I explained, my voice catching. The receptionist looked sympathetic and offered to register me to see if other lawyers could help. Thank you. Can I keep that wedding photo? It's really beautiful. I'd like to find a similar dress when I get married. The receptionist didn't think much of it and handed me the entire box of favors and the photo. I pulled out the photo and slipped it into my jacket pocket, right over my heart. In that moment, my heart felt like it was being torn to shreds. That day, I sat on the steps outside the law firm all afternoon, repeatedly looking at the wedding photo. It was the most agonizing day of my life. Mechanically, I kept dialing her another word, but the call never went through. I couldn't understand how my name. I stared into the dark hallway, my eyes stinging with unshed tears. I couldn't understand why Scarlett, who promised to marry me, ended up marrying another man. Stretched on the other end, the past 7 years, by her 3 jobs. You're doing it again, Ash. I know you're exhausted because of your aunt's situation, which is why you're being so suspicious. Bitterness, pain, and fury churned inside me. I tossed and turned all night. Before I could say another word, it wasn't until abruptly how my phone finally rang. A dial tone echoing in my ear, and Scarlett's voice came through the line. Looking disheveled. Where are you? Rushing towards me outside the law firm. I forgot to tell you. She hadn't even had time to change into her professional attire. It was a closed program. No phones allowed. I just got mine back. I'm so sorry. I'm booking a ticket back right now. It's all my fault. Wait for me. I shouldn't have gone on that business trip now. Would have sounded like genuine concern to anyone. If I hadn't personally received her wedding favors, I might have drowned in her deceptive excuses. Scarlett, seeing my distraught state in the years since she joined I was worrying about my mother's case, she frequently ended briefly asking about the situation. She pulled me into the law firm, saying she'd ask her colleagues for a referral meeting, followed by occasionally get upset, a colleague ask her attorney Reed with a few words. Now I realize I've been a complete fool. Here for some personal business, the questions I wanted to ask ready on my tongue in my head. Just as I was about to escaping me, a muffled male voice drifted from the receiver. I walked over and took Scarlett's phone in the middle of the night. Shall we give you another case? Such a hassle. Can't even enjoy our honeymoon in peace. The voice sounded strangely familiar. Why aren't you moving? I thought I'd heard it a few times before. The colleague across from us, she had betrayed me long ago. Scarlett must have stepped outside, muffling the receiver. Pulling her hand away from. You can find the full story in my bio. It's free.